Hollingsworth, and today I'll be teaching you how to make delicious chewy chocolate chip cookies. Let's get started. The things you will need are 1 cup and 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 3/4 a cup of chocolate chips. I'm using dark chocolate, that's my personal preference. 1/4 a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 a teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 a cup of packed light brown sugar, 1/4 a cup of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 egg, and 6 tablespoons of melted butter. The reason we use melted butter is because butter is 20% water, and so when you melt it, you mix it, and then it's easier to mix it with the flour, and it creates gluten. Just how it makes it chewy. And so most recipes call for sitting a tablespoon of butter to a stick of butter, however much it calls for, on the counter and letting it just get to room temperature. But that takes like 30 minutes, and sometimes you just want to make your cookies now. So not only is melting your butter, 1, faster, but 2, it makes your chocolate chip cookies chewy. And I've never liked little crunchy chocolate chip cookies. Chewy is good, guys. So let's get started with our mixing. First, we're going to pour the flour, the salt, and the baking soda. Ooh, it's a little stuck. There we go. Into a bowl and twist. Now that it's all whisked together, we're going to take it and put it aside. And in this next bowl, we're going to put the brown sugar. Squish it up right here. And the melted butter. And then these little containers. And mix it together super fast. Looks like caramel. Delicious. And then we're going to mix in the granulated sugar too. So we got our sugar butter mixture right here. Mix it up. And I'm gonna use the spatula to scrape the sides of the bowl so we can get all that good sugar mixture in there. So now we've got our sugar mixture, and next it says to add an egg. I always crack my egg on the side of the bowl, whereas some people say, hey, crack it on, the table, but for me, I get egg juice all over my table, and so I don't really enjoy egg juice on my table. So I always crack it on the side of the bowl and mix that in. So that way it's a little thinner, not chunky little brown sugar butter mixture. And then add your vanilla. So about this vanilla extract, my friend actually, she travels all over the world, and she went to Madagascar and got fresh Madagascar vanilla beans, and she makes her own vanilla extract. So with her Madagascar vanilla beans, they're like this big. You can see them over there in that little, I don't know what to call it. It's like almost like a soda bottle, but like in glass. And so there's the Madagascar vanilla beans, and then she added some rum in there. And it's awesome because now we don't have to buy vanilla extract anymore, because that'll last us a long time. So amazing, and it tastes really good, and it smells amazing as well. So we've got our brown sugar butter mixture. Delicious. And now, since it's well combined, we're going to bring back our flour mixture and pour this into here. I did it backwards. I mixed the wet into the dry instead of the dry into the wet. See, I switched up bowls a little bit, so that's okay. the cookies still taste delicious. So now, since there's a bunch of good, delicious sugar butter mixture left, I'm going to squirt it into the bowl. So much sugar butter mixture. Oh man, this bowl's bigger. Okay, I got this. So getting all of this delicious brown sugar butter mixture into the bowl, and then we're gonna mix it all together. And then, after that, my favorite part, we get to mix in the chocolate chips. It's delicious. Okay, so that's there. And now, we're gonna mix it up. Mixing it up. I love chocolate chip cookies. I mean, I like sugar cookies, but chocolate chip cookies are awesome because I've just always loved chocolate. So, yes, indeed. Mixing up the chocolate chip cookies. And now I'm going to add a little extra bit of flour. Since I needed it. My dough mixture was a little bit sticky. And now, I'm gonna bring the spatula back for a hand. Gotta get all this cookie dough out because can't waste it. Delicious. I think my spatula broke. That's okay, guys. We can still use this plastic piece. Okay. Set that aside. Fix up this. It's okay. And now we're just gonna mix it all together. And after this, we're gonna fold in the chocolate chips. Sometimes this can only get you so far. Oh, a little bit of cookie dough flew off. That's okay. This can only get you so far, those tools. So God gave us the best tools, our hands. So just feel free to get in there and just make sure all the chocolate chips are inside. I think the chocolate chips got a little clumped up together. Oh, better. That wouldn't even be a cookie anymore. That would just be a chocolate, baked chocolate, which would end up melting all over the place. So now we've got our delicious cookie dough. Yum. See? And sometimes there's a little extra chocolate chip, so I take them out and set them aside if they're just refusing to mix it into the cookie dough. So now that we've got this here, let's see, we're going to roll the dough, move some space over here, onto parchment paper lined cookie sheet. I'll move this so you guys can see. Roll them up. So I was telling you earlier, since you want the chewy chocolate chip cookies, you use melted butter. And so that makes the gluten, almost said glucose, not gluten. It makes the gluten in there that makes it super chewy and delicious. And so that's good. And also the more dough you add, the more it's gonna be chewy. And the tip is, that's very chocolatey. Take it out right before, like a little bit before you think it's perfectly done, because they will still cook on the tray. So you don't have to worry, oh my gosh, am I going to ingest cookie dough? You're going to ingest baked cookie dough. because it'll bake a little bit more on the sheet. So you don't have to take it out right when you're done, because if you take them out right when you're done, then you won't have as much chewy chocolate chip cookies. You'll have more crispy, crunchy. And I'm like, I kind of like chewy better. I don't know about you guys. So now it should make approximately 12 cookies. But since I'm making mine a little bit bigger, maybe mine will only make more like 9. But anyway, it works, right? Better 9 chocolate chip cookies than 0 chocolate chip cookies. That's how I look at it. Better some than none, in my opinion. Gotta scrape all this extra dough out. And then we got a little itty bitty cookie here, but that's okay. Tiny power. You know what? Best things come in small packages. That's how I look at it. So now, get my cookie dough fingers. I'm going to pop these in the oven. Oh, don't scrunch that. Don't want those to get in the oven. Not making oven mitts today. So now, let's wait for those cookies to cook. I'm gonna give them about 10 minutes since our oven is a convection oven and I don't want them to burn because that would be crunchy and not good. So let's wait. Fast fact number 1. Gluten is the protein that makes cookies chewy. Fast fact number 2. Butter is made out of 20% water, and so when you mix it after it's melted with the all-purpose flour, it creates gluten. Zach's gonna be so happy when he sees freshly baked chocolate chip cookies. They smell so good. Now, I'm gonna let them sit on the cookie sheet for a little while longer so they can just finish baking a little bit. But because we don't want them crunchy, I'm only gonna let them sit for like 2 to 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna pop them on the cookie sheet. It's been 2 minutes and they're looking pretty done. So I'm gonna set them here onto the cookie sheet so that way, or rather, the cooling sheet. And so that way they can just cool, you know, so that way when we wanna eat them, we don't burn our mouths off. It's a double cookie. And if that happens, a double cookie happens sometimes, just lightly saw it apart with your spatula. It's no big deal. Just like this one big cookie. Oh, what a shame. Can't fit. I guess I'll have to eat it. This looks so good. Dip it in milk because otherwise it's so chocolatey. Nice and chewy.